Welcome to your deep dive. We're your shortcut to understanding the big moves in DeFi, crypto, and sports. And we're brought to you by Defiant, the lifestyle sports brand on-chain. You sent over some really interesting stuff, and we've picked out 5 key developments that really highlight what's happening right now. So let's just get straight into it.
Yeah, definitely. What jumps out right away is, well, the amount of institutional interest we're seeing. It feels different.
Totally. First up, let's talk North Carolina. House Bill 92. It just passed a key committee. They're looking at potentially studying whether to hold Bitcoin in the state pension fund. Now, a study, okay, maybe doesn't sound huge, but why is this actually a big deal?
Right. It's more than just, another investment strategy. It suggests states might be rethinking their fiduciary duties in this digital era. It brings up questions about traditional reserves, maybe opening the door to diversification. Though, obviously, there's volatility to consider.
Diversification, right? And if other states start thinking like this.
Exactly. Imagine that happening.
Yeah.
It could fundamentally change how governments, how they view and hold value. It sort of pushes that digital gold idea at a state level.
Yeah. Interesting perspective. And speaking of these bigger shifts, we heard Fed Chair Jerome Powell mention, what was it, some loosening on crypto and banking rules.
Yeah, that caught my ear too. Banks have been, pretty hesitant with crypto firms, mainly because the rules just weren't clear.
Understandably, so much uncertainty.
Right. So Powell, hinting at loosening things up, suggests they might finally be moving towards providing that needed clarity. This could potentially mean, much wider banking access for crypto startups.
Which would presumably help innovation, especially in DeFi.
Absolutely. Easier access to traditional banking could really fuel DeFi growth and build stronger connections between Wall Street and, the blockchain world. Less friction, basically.
Less friction, faster progress. Okay, let's shift over to Panama City. The city council there actually approved using Bitcoin, Ethereum, and stablecoins for taxes and fees.
Yeah. That's a fascinating one because it feels very practical, doesn't it?
It does, like real-world application.
Exactly. This isn't just a symbolic gesture. It's about actual usability, letting people pay their taxes or city fees with crypto.
Makes it normal.
It normalizes it for everyday stuff. And those stable coins are key, too, designed to hold their value, often pegged to something like the US dollar. Seeing this work in Panama City could definitely inspire other cities, maybe even here in the U.S., to look at similar ideas. Adoption from the ground up,
It's pretty wild seeing it happen at the city level like that. Okay, so while all this is happening institutionally and municipally, Bitcoin's dominance in the crypto market is apparently increasing, even though the price has been kind of stable.
That's right. And it's quite telling. This rise in Bitcoin dominance, even without huge price jumps, it suggests a sort of flight to perceived safety within crypto.
So investors may be pulling back from riskier assets.
Potentially, yeah, consolidating into Bitcoin because it's seen as, more established, maybe safer. This kind of consolidation where capital flows into the biggest asset, it can sometimes come before a bigger market move. But the key thing is market strength isn't just about the price going up.
Right. It's about where the money is flowing. Good point. Okay, let's switch gears completely for our last point over to the NBA.
Ah, yes, the refereeing controversy.
Yeah, the league actually admitted refs made some wrong calls late in that Warriors-Grizzlies play-in game. Why does one game's officiating matter in the grand scheme?
Well, it really hits at the core of fairness and accuracy in high-stakes pro sports. You've got huge amounts of money involved, intense competition.
Millions. Sure.
Exactly. So when incorrect calls happen in crucial moments, it obviously raises questions about the integrity of the game. And that fuels the demand for, more transparency, maybe more technology to help the refs get it right, like better replay systems or something. The stakes are just too high.
So you can really see the threads connecting these different areas, can't you? Governments looking at digital assets, regulations potentially shifting, even sports grappling with accuracy and fairness.
Yeah, it's all about change, isn't it? And adapting. These aren't isolated things. They challenge the old ways and open up new possibilities.
Well, hopefully this deep dive gave everyone some useful perspective on these shifts. What's the one thing that really stands out to you from all this? Definitely worth thinking about how these trends might weave together and shape, whatever comes next. Thanks for joining us for the deep dive.